Happy 4th. I said Happy 4th. I said, what day is it, Leo? It's National Fuck the Brits. It's National Get Out of My Country, you freaking taxing freaking. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. I think it's fun to think about holidays, you know. New Year's Eve. Least favorite holiday of all time. Valentine's Day. Second least favorite holiday of all time. 4th of July. Third. And why is that? Why is that? Well, it's because you're supposed to have a function. You're supposed to have something to go do on New Year's Eve, on Valentine's Day, on 4th of July. You know, there's like Thanksgiving and Christmas, but I don't want to go into those because those are more family oriented rather than like function oriented. Leo's mad at me because I won't drive him to a party that he wants to go to up in the UP. I told him I'm not driving 6 hours just so you have a shot of talking to some freaking Starmie, dude. Like, I don't have time for that. What I do have time for is to make a video where maybe we can, I don't know. Leo, maybe you and I can level for a second. What's been lacking from our usual rocket powered bastitude that comes off the dome? What's been missing from the soul of this channel? Exactly. What's been missing is just that, the soul. Leo's in the bet. I'm in the bet. I basically ran through all my Pokemon, so all my Pokemon are now in the bet, plus 5 people whose souls I threw in from Madagascar. Don't worry, I'll pay you guys back, don't worry. But we got so much shit going on, and I'm spending all this time working on a Snake game. It's not even the game that's supposed to be freaking. It's not even my game that I'm supposed to present to the devil by the deadline. I'm spending so much time working on something that's not even the final thing that I'm supposed to be working on, or else I'm gonna lose my soul, and then Leo's gonna lose his soul, and then we're all gonna. I've been missing Leo lately. I've been so focused on programming and getting my ideas into a program that can handle my dumb freaking ideas. Because what I realize is I've been writing Leo's opinions off when it comes to game design. And like really a lot of things with this. Because what I keep doing is I go, dude, no. You're thinking about everything in terms of making money instead of thinking about things in terms of making a good experience. Because he focuses on psychological warfare, right? Like manipulation of the psyche to try to get you to play the game more, spend more money on it. And I just want to make something good that people want to play, and then as a byproduct, they probably just play over and over again. And so I try to figure my stuff out. He shouts something out that I go, that you sound like you play Marvel Rivals, man. And I throw that opinion away. And it's not fair to you, because you do have some good ideas. Buying the Invisible Woman BDSM outfit was not one of them, or any of your other Fortnite skins, but I think we can agree. You have some really solid ideas every now and again, man. And I sometimes have I sometimes have game ideas that don't even make a lick of freaking sense. And it's almost just like I had the idea, so maybe that's enough to try to put it in the game. And guess what? It never freaking is. The more you think it out, the better it gets. There aren't a lot of things where I feel like you can really tune it and like, you know, you can overwork on something, but when I tell you I'm a freaking beginner at this shit, I don't think I'm going to run into an over tuning problem anytime soon. What I am going to run into is an overcooking myself by not continuing to build my bond with my Pokemon. Because I was getting too big for my own britches, man. I was working on this thing, working on that thing. I got the save state manager going. I thought that was like a month away. We freaking figured that out. And I started working on cosmetics, and I was like, dude, I know what people want for cosmetics. And then, you know who actually knows what people want for cosmetics? The guy who buys the cosmetics, not the guy, right? He's trying to sell the cosmetics, but he also buys them. I don't buy them. He does. I should be asking this guy. Now, it's not a microtransaction for money or anything, but I'm just saying. Like, why am I so quick to write off an opinion that's probably coming from the right place? It's just framed as if it's coming from someone that I don't respect. And I respect this guy more than myself. So like what am I even thinking? Dude, we're freaking killing it. It'd be nice to be on a lake. It'd be nice to yuck it up. It'd be nice to go tubing, see a couple fireworks. But you know what's also nice? Is sitting here with my Pokemon, and we can just sit here and do this. Would you rather be able to jump 50 feet high or never have to cook a meal again? It's an interesting question. I feel like I'd go with never cook a meal again. Because as cool as it would be to jump 50 feet in the air, they wouldn't allow my ass in the Olympics. They wouldn't allow my, right? I wouldn't be allowed anywhere near a basketball court. I wouldn't be allowed any of that shit. It'd be so ridiculous. Versus something like never having to cook a meal again. Like as if every meal was cooked for me. I mean, I'm going with that one, man. What are you going with? Okay, well Leo can't dunk, so he's taking the jumps, but I do. That is a tough one. Because I do like cooking though. So it would be cool to keep cooking, but yeah, I don't know. Hmm. You know, politics suck. I know there's like a controversial figure who's kind of leading the country right now because I mean everyone voted for him, but I just like has everyone out there considered shutting up? Because I noticed something. I started myself talking more and more about everything that our government seems to be up to, right? That the federal government seems to be up to, but Leo had to tell me to shut up. I was just like, bro, you see this shit with the big beautiful bill? And you know what he tells me? Shut up! And I go, that's fair. And then I go back to what I was doing. And you know why me and Leo are so tight? It's not because, I own him. It's not because he literally controls me. It's not because I'm, for some reason, like, I don't know, like, I actually did, like, beat the devil and, like, put a Pokemon's consciousness inside my pet, and that's actually what I'm talking to, and that's actually the big reveal at the end of, like, all this or something. That's not exactly it. Um, would you rather be a water type or a human type? Yeah, water's cool. I don't even know what type human would be. What, normal? That's lame. I guess you get a stab boost from what like tackle. That actually does sound like a human. um, okay, I got a big list of stuff I got to work on tonight. But you know, wanted to make a video. We got to update our equipped display. Um, so you got in our game we have equipped cosmetics. I was gonna put it off for another couple weeks, but Leo said it was vital to fleshing out the rest of the menus and figuring the flow out with that. So I made it priority one, and guess what? It was a fucking baller decision. Baller decision, bro. Adding border sprites. Yeah, I mean that's ideal. You know, we could do like 1 pixel, 4 pixels, 16 pixel border, a bunch of different border stuff. Easy. Make dude, don't be a guy that makes a list. If you want to make a list of how to get stuff, like if you want to make a list to get stuff done, that's fine. But if you think that making the list will get the stuff done, dude, I would go back to uh like the DMV where we got your license or whatever, and I would just hand it back to them. If you don't understand that, like prioritizing, planning, doing all these things is only so much of the equation. You see, I'm someone who likes to live. I like to wake up and think, what do I want to do today? And I like to plan out what I want to do, and then I take that plan, I throw it out the window, and then I get sporadic with it and try to just feel the day out. Not a good idea. Leo doesn't make a plan. He just flies by the seat of his pants and does random things. A little bit better, still not a good idea. Making a list is for two things that I like to do. You make a list when there's a lot of things you want to do. You know, I can't, like, when I sit down sometimes at like 4 in the morning, it's not like I'm like, then I'm going to do this, 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 then I'm going to do this. That's not how it works. It'll be like, okay, in 15 minutes, I'm going to spend X amount of time working on this stuff. Okay, before I just hop in, what did I want to work on? Boom, 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 boom. I don't have to do all these things. I'm just trying to remember what I was working on. And I make a list and I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Because as much as I have a list of things I'm going to do, I'm probably not going to do any of these. Again, because what I do is I take the priority system, I take everything, and I throw it out. And whatever system was there in the first place, I can't do whatever priority, like, you know what I'm trying to say, whatever priority weighting that was going on. Not only is it thrown out and randomized, but it is not the order that I put it in the first place. And that's why Leo's is slightly better, because mine completely cuts out one probably decent way of going about things. Um, I'm a fucking. I don't know why I press record. Honestly, what happened is I made a 20-minute video and then it didn't record. I have no idea how. I like hit stop recording and then the video just disappeared. So I don't know where it went. This video is completely different than that last one because I like got super political, and then that's why I made this one, because I was like, Leo told me to shut the fuck up, and I was like, hey, you know what sucks? Valentine's Day, New Year's, 4th of July. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna? We're just gonna chill. Maybe make out. Maybe tie one on. Maybe tie one off. No. We're just gonna go to work. And yeah. We'll see you guys tomorrow. How's the hangover?